Being a minimalist and having a husband that likes to save everything can be a challenge. I like to spring clean about 2 to 3 times a year. Go through the children's clothing that don't fit them anymore, the toys that you've outgrown or don't really play with, my husband and I's clothing, things around the house, household items, and donate it to people that could actually truly use them. My husband starts out small and gets bigger. He comes home from work every day and empties his pockets onto our dresser. The stuff in his pockets range from pens to chapstick, hand sanitizer, change, receipts, keys that he don't even know what it goes to. Anything you can think of, it's in my husband's pockets. Then he'll get up the next morning and grab all of the stuff and put it right back in his pockets. So you can imagine every day how this is accumulating into a big mess. So it starts gradually engulfing my side of the dresser. So I go and I buy a basket for him to empty his pocket junk into. Not even 2 days later, this pocket junk is overflowing onto the dresser, onto the floor, behind the dresser. So I start going through it. I put the change in the change jar, which is on our dresser. Start going through receipts, things like that. Asked him if he needed them to try to help him out, organize a little bit. And he said, don't worry about it, I'll go through them later. It's McDonald's receipts for a Big Mac. You're going to carry that around in your pocket for 3 weeks before you throw it away. So every home has a junk drawer. We have a small one. It started out with pens, batteries, flashlights, things that you would need, quick access to, or, want to remember where it's at. Well, one of the children needed a battery for something, so I go in there to get a battery, and I can't even get the drawer open. Finally get it open, and there's fishing line in there, bits and pieces of toys that are broken, hair bows, just so much random stuff. It was insane. So not only do we have that little drawer now, since they've packed it so much, they started using the 2 larger drawers as a catch-all. So when I ask my husband where something's at, he'll say, oh, in the junk drawer. I'm like, okay, that helps. Narrow it down. Which junk drawer are you talking about? So now I have 3 to go through, and a lot of that's probably just going in the trash. Now he's a homesteader. He has rabbits, chickens. We plant our own garden every year, So I can understand keeping all of the materials for that, That's completely understandable. We also have a 2-story building out back on our property. Our riding lawnmowers in it, our kayaks, our camping stuff, tools, things like that. So I go out there to get a hammer, and over the summer, he cleaned it out. So I was all excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to find this hammer pretty quick. So I opened the doors, and I was so surprised. It was organized perfectly. I don't even think I could have done a better job than he did. I was so shocked. So I'm looking around, and it's so nice looking, and then I'm like, wait a minute. And then I go upstairs, and I start looking, and I'm like, he didn't get rid of anything. He just reorganized his junk. He literally reorganized his junk. That was his way of cleaning out the building. It was so funny. It's so cute. I love him. He's funny. Anyways, I found the hammer. So, I understand keeping things like this that's been in the family, things that have sentimental value, things like that. I just don't like the clutter. I don't like cleaning around it. I don't like having somebody go through it, and then instead of putting it in the right place or getting rid of it, you find it in a whole nother place stashed somewhere else an hour later. I don't want to end up on the show Hoarders. I'm honestly waiting on American Pickers to go driving down our country road, knocking on the door, handing me a flyer, because my husband keeps everything. And reason being why he says he keeps everything is he says one day he may need it. But you know what? I'm still waiting on that one day for a lot of stuff that you've kept.